Yeah, good morning children. Already in the excretion topic, we have completed that nephron structure, urine formation till that. Now we are going to discuss about the process of dialysis. This is process of dialysis. Actually, what is meant by dialysis and under what conditions the patient will undergo for dialysis, that all we are discussing in this class. See, we know that when excess urea and uric acid is present in the urine followed, it indicates the damage of the kidney or malfunctioning of the kidney. Similarly, creatinine, see in the blood, more creatinine is present, it also indicates the malfunctioning of the kidney. So what is that? In the urine, more urea and more uric acid, and in the blood, more creatinine. So by taking the urine test and blood test, we can understand the kidney functioning. If there are excess in the urine, so it indicates what? Malfunctioning of the kidney. Then we know that every second means throughout the life, the blood is filtered in the kidney. That means what? The nitrogenous waste material should be removed from the blood. When these toxic materials are accumulated, that means what? When the kidney is not functioning properly or fails to work or damages, then what happens? The toxin pooling up into the blood, causing the whole body infection. That already we discussed that. Now, what is the other remedy when the kidneys are not functioning? You see, kidneys are having the glomerulus, that is on the what? Nephron. Nephrons are the filtering units of the kidneys. That one we discussed that. Each nephron is having number of glomerulus. These are the filtering unit. And GFR, glomerulus filtration rate. So the glomerulus filtration rate will indicate the percentage of damage of the kidney. Then there is no other way. Then again they have to filter the blood by artificial machine. Or one more thing is what? Kidney transplantation. Kidney transplantation. That means what? Others kidney they have to transplant into the patient's body. But here there are some rules and regulations. The kidney should be matched to the people and the relatives, very near people has to donate the kidney, or the patient has to wait till they get the kidney from the authoritative way. So next one is dialysis. Dialysis means what? When the kidneys are not functioning properly. That means if GFR rate is less than 15%, that is what? Glomerulus filtration rate is less. Then what happens? The kidney damage will be more and more. Then the accumulation of creatinine in the blood will be more and more. Normally, the creatinine count should be 0.6 to 1.2 milligrams in 1 deciliter blood in male. In female, normally this is related to some muscle functioning also. In female, 0.5 to 1.1 milligrams per 1 deciliter. If this creatinine increases in the blood, it indicates the glomerulus filtration rate is decreasing. So these are inverse variation. More creatinine, less GFR. When less GFR, more creatinine. This shows the malfunctioning of the kidney and how much percentage of the kidney damaged also doctors can find out. And the filtering of the blood by using a machine is called dialysis. So what is that? The blood is filtered in the machine. This is called as the artificial kidney, and that process is called dialysis. Coming back to dialysis, there are two types of dialysis. One is the hemodialysis, one is the peritoneal dialysis. What is the first one? Hemodialysis. Second one is peritoneal dialysis. The hemodialysis was first invented by William Koch in 1943. He is called as the father of dialysis. Who? William Koch. In 1943, he invented the artificial kidney and found the hemodialysis. So he was considered as father of dialysis. Next one, peritoneal dialysis was invented by Richard Rubin in 1968. When the people are having chronic kidney diseases, what is CKD? Chronic kidney diseases. Under this condition, the people or the patients are advised to go for peritoneal dialysis. Now we are discussing about the hemodialysis, how it will be taken. So first of all, the patient who is undergoing for the dialysis should go to the hospital. This hemodialysis takes 3 to 4 hours time and under the supervision of the doctor. So the doctor deals with these cases called as the nephrologist. So the doctor or the specialist who is dealing with the diseases of the kidney called as what? Nephrologist. Under the supervision of the nephrologist, this hemodialysis should be taken. The patient has to go to the hospital. Then what is the procedure? First, the blood from the radial artery. Before doing the dialysis, they will do some process. That process is called as the AV fistula. That one is different. And from this artery, the blood is taken out. And this is the dialytic machine. Here it is a tank-like structure, and inside that series of tubes are present. No? Here these series of tubes are there. They are made up of cellophane tubes. These are selectively permeable. These tubes are what? Selectively permeable tubes. But they are not permeable to large ions and molecules. And in this tank, the tubes are there, series of tubes are there. They are selectively permeable, cellophane tubes. And next one, inside the tank what is present? Dialytic solution. These tubes are present in the dialytic solution of the tank. This solution contains water, purified water and electrolytes. So what is the dialytic solution? Contains water and electrolytes. So what are the electrolytes? Normally sodium chloride, sodium bicarbonate, magnesium chloride, calcium chloride, like that. Sometimes glucose, sometimes without glucose also. So this is called as the dialytic solution. This is the dialytic solution placed in the tank. The blood is passing. When it is allowed to pass, so before that, when the blood is taken out from the radial artery, what they will do? Actually our body temperature is 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. They have to cool it. First they will take the blood from the radial artery, then cool it to 0 degrees temperature. Then they will add one anticoagulant. What they are adding? Anticoagulant. We know that anticoagulant is heparin. Heparin means what? It prevents clotting of the blood outside the body. Actually, when the blood is coming out from the arteries or veins, it will clot due to the work of the prothrombin. But here, the blood should not be clotted. That is the reason why after cooling that, they will add what? Anticoagulant. Heparin they will add. Then that will be sent into the dilating tubules. So when this blood is allowed to pass through the tubules, the waste, the nitrogenous waste will be diffused out of the blood into the tank. So the blood is moving through the cellophane tube. Then what happens here? The waste materials are diffused out of the blood into the dilating liquid. See here 2 bottles appearing, no? One bottle, this is the fresh dilating solution which is allowing into the tank, and another way the used solution is coming out. This solution is with what? Nitrogenous waste materials. So this is the fresh solution which is having the purified water and electrolytes, and this is the used solution with the nitrogenous waste materials. Then after the diffusion, what happened? The pure blood, pure means without nitrogenous waste materials, that blood is introduced into the vein. Normally they will make the incision near the wrist region, some of the other region, neck region and the elbow region they will do it, but normally I am showing here the wrist region, radial artery where the blood is taken out, and vein where the blood is introduced into the body. Before they introduce the blood into the body, again they will make the blood warm, because body temperature is more, no? So the cool blood is here, so blood is warmed. The blood is warmed and introduced into the vein. So here this is the procedure of the dialysis called as the hemodialysis. In this, the blood has to taken out from the artery and introduce it through the vein, and in between, in the tank, they will put the dialyzing solution, and cellophane tubules are there, series, and the blood is allowed into the tubules. These tubules are selectively permeable. Then what happens? The waste will diffuse out of the blood into the dilating solution. Then the used solution is coming out into the bottle. This is the fresh solution again going into the tank with the purified water and the electrolytes. These electrolytes are important here. Sodium chloride, sodium carbonate, magnesium chloride, calcium chloride, etc. will be there. And before the blood sent into the tank, what they will do? They will cool the blood and they will add what? Anticoagulant. And after the dialysis, the blood is warmed again and introduced through the vein into the body of the patient. And this will be done outside the body. What is the major difference between the hemodialysis and peritoneal dialysis? Hemodialysis is outside the body done. The blood is taken out of the body and purified into the tank and again introduced. But peritoneal dialysis is done inside the body. Inside the body, where because chronic kidney disease patients often they need to do regularly. And this dialysis depends upon the, what does it mean? Percentage of the kidney damage. Means once in a week or twice in a week or regular basis, daily basis, or some people will go for the monthly basis. Like that, the time interval will be different in different patients depending upon their condition and the kidney damage percentage. This peritoneal dialysis, the person can do at the home, but they need one trained person. Maybe a family member or a nurse, he cannot that one. The trained person should be there to help out, and he has to keep the room very, like the intensive care, very hygiene, otherwise he will get the infections. And this is another procedure, peritoneal dialysis, then the person can do on his own also. If he learn and train, no, he can do on his own also at home. And but hemodialysis, he has to go to the hospital, and this is outside the body, this is inside the body. So most of the patients will be advised to go for the peritoneal dialysis, but under certain diseases, under certain cases, people has to go for the hemodialysis in the hospitals. This is about the dialysis, how the nitrogenous waste materials are diffused out of the blood into the solution. Again, the pure blood is introduced into the body. So that again the blood without nitrogenous waste material can be circulated into the body. So who is the doctor's name? Nephrologist, the specialist nephrologist. Okay, so that creatinine count and GFR, glomerular filtration rate, this will decide the kidney functioning or the percentage of the damage of the kidney. So now in this dialysis, you see here, okay, peritoneal dialysis we don't have, but simply in the peritoneum they will make an incision, and the whatever it may be, the dilating liquid will be sent in. Again after 20 to 30 minutes it will be drained out. Here the blood is not taken out. So the solution will be drained out. Like that it will be clear the, purify the blood inside. That is the peritoneal dialysis. Now this is the hemodialysis discovered by William Koch. He is called as the father of the dialysis. Thank you.